Here we are with episode 17 of What's UPper Pinellas with my good friend and co-host, Marion Davis. Wow. 17, we're almost in the...
Isn't that crazy? Yeah. That just seems so crazy. Let's not calculate how long we've been doing it, because that's the bad thing.
Skip every other week and sometimes 3. And
you know what? I feel like we're getting in a groove here.
Yeah.
So our time, our target time is 3 p.m. on Thursday. Thursday 3.
Thursday 3.
Thursday 3.
And we were just we didn't start late. We just want to make sure you were here when we started.
That's right. That's right. What is it? It's 03:05. It's not even late. What do my kids say to me? I'm much better than I used to be. I'm going to say that. I'm much, much better than I used to be. When my kids were in school, one of their friends said, "Yeah, your mom takes time as a suggestion." That's when I changed.
That's funny.
That's when I changed.
Let me see if we...
So for some reason, I'm not. Okay.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yep, I got volume.
Okay.
I don't get to see comments, so if you'll keep us up to speed with comments, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
And
please be patient with me.
Yeah, your kids' friend's joke is you take it as a suggestion. My joke is we live in different time zones.
Yeah. See, he always says that every week. What time zone are we working today? Okay. Well,
it's all good.
Good. Let's laugh at Marion. No, that's good. That's good.
It's all good. Not a complaint.
So you have been busy, huh? What's going on?
Went to investment group today and got some interesting questions and knowledge and that kind of stuff. And I'm helping a client buy a hurricane damaged house where it's demolished, no one's living in it, and trying to figure out from buy through new construction how to do that, because there's lots of things involved, like open insurance claims, and there's still a house on there. So, like, generally speaking, lot loans is only the lot, not a demolished house, and valuations, and just getting from A to B. And so it's part of the learning curve. And kind of like if you go back to the meltdown of 2008 to 2010, when people were doing foreclosure, short sales, negotiating, all that stuff, it's a moving target. And so one of the questions I got today is, well, how long do you expect to be able, to go from start to finish? And I said, well, I know people have gotten checks from insurance companies, FEMA and such, at 3 months. But if you go out to Lahaina, they've been 18 months, Lahaina, Hawaii, 18 months.
With the fires.
Yeah, 18 months, and they haven't cut a check or issued a building permit in 18 months. So somewhere between there, we should be good to go, because we deal with this on a regular basis here in Florida. And so people that have gotten their checks and put their house up for sale, we can move on those right now. And the difference is, if we can figure out how to do it while there's still an open insurance claim, we can be first to that opportunity. Whereas if they've already gotten their insurance claim, it's open market and highest bidder, type situation. So that's what we're kind of working through.
I see. Okay.
Yep. And so looking at some different solutions on that, put that out to the group today. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that is. I'm like I've said before, I'm learning a lot more than I want to know about insurance claims and flood in particular. But now with fire, Brian knows this. I'm leaving here today. I generally don't talk about what when I'm not home, but I'm going to San Francisco, visit my daughter, and they will be shopping for a home out in California. And their challenge is the fire insurance. And, so it gets us all over. So I'll be learning a lot about that as well. But we do have a lot of properties that are, partially remediated from the flood, but not fixed totally, that are available. And there are some opportunities out there, is really what it comes down to. Some challenges.
The potential buyer for this property was like, oh, it's just going to be easy. I got a friend that, from up here, he's out of state, from up here, and he owns the property 3 doors down, and he's like 3 weeks ahead of me. So
Yeah.
he's running into these problems, and he's like, so he's, he is reanalyzing, how and if he wants to move forward. But, there are people that have already scraped their lots, literally the next door neighbor to this guy, that lot's cleared, and it's for sale. So, there's lots of opportunity, and it's seeing that opportunity and, the timeline and such to get through it as to whether or not it makes sense. So, ballpark, you're talking about $100,000 purchase for a lot, knock down a house, and then build, put 1.5, so you're 2.4, 2.5 into this deal.
Right.
And, it might take a year, 2 years, maybe even 3.
Right.
And so carry costs and that kind of stuff are all part of it. But when I asked, he's like, that's no growth, no, upside to funds I currently have invested. How do you justify that? And I said, well, what's the house going to be worth when you're done? And I had already written down, and his numbers came in like right in the,
what you thought.
Yeah, between the low and the high. His was like right in the middle of that. And I said, well, that's not no appreciation. Big numbers, bigger, big opportunity. And he kind of chuckled. But is it worth the headache? Do I just wait a year or 2 years and these houses start popping up and just buy one that's finished?
That's done.
Yeah. And I said, yeah, if you want to pay full retail for it.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's so many, you have to look at all aspects of it. We just talked about it. We have a lot that's we just listed a wonderful lot.
Yeah, a lot or a little?
I have a lot, actually. It's an acre lot.
Vacant lot.
Yeah, it's cleared and it's ready for build. It is, all the tests have been done. And it's in a really wonderful gated community, and with really gorgeous homes around there. And I have a client that's been looking for new homes, and she's just not getting it. Every home she looks at, she's going to have to totally tear apart and redo. So a new build is perfect for her,
right?
And something like that. So yeah.
And so on that lot, you can only build one house, or you can build subdivided, or
one house.
One house. Can you do an ADU or?
I believe that you can.
Or like in-law suite above the garage.
Yes, I believe that you can. I believe the minimum is 2,800 square foot minimum build. The seller has plans for a 6,000 square foot home already done. And it can, somebody else was looking at putting a 10,000 square foot home in there. I mean, because that, and the neighborhood holds it, because that's just kind of the rest of the homes in there. It's has private access to Lake Tarpon in the community. So yeah,
sounds like a nice one.
Yeah,
cool.
Yep. But speaking of opportunities, so one of the things that I had asked you to do is, I have a house that you were so kind enough to come visit, my open house this weekend, and it is a beautiful golf community in Hudson, Meadow Oak. But we were talking about, it's listed at $299,900. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath on the golf course, and it is the lowest priced home in that community. We have the sellers are thinking that they might want to rent it out. So we were looking at the numbers of getting a rental at $2,500 a month. And if somebody could afford that $2,500 a month, why couldn't they buy it? Right? So we ran the numbers. Do you want to talk about what things we could do?
Yeah. So we looked at, kind of from, the least amount of money down. And it looks like I'm not going to be able to show this. I'm not sure why that's not giving me the opportunity.
You want me to write the numbers on paper and hold them up?
No, I think
okay.
I think we're gonna have to listen to them.
We can listen to them, and then if you're, if you want more detail, we can send you some stuff on this or a similar property maybe.
So the least amount of money down, unless you're buying new, unless you're buying as a first-time home buyer, the least amount down is 3.5% on FHA or 5% conventional. And so I priced it as conventional in that the mortgage insurance will automatically fall off once you have 20% equity in the property, whereas with 3.5% on FHA, you have to refinance out to get mortgage insurance off. But the money that you could likely bring to close, if the sellers wanted to help you with closing costs, that they're willing to pay 3% of your closing costs instead of maybe negotiating price, ask for a seller concession, or increase the price a little bit, ask for a seller concession, and so just under $20,000 to bring to closing, and with your mortgage payment, your insurance payment, your estimated taxes, the HOA, and even the mortgage insurance, the total payment is under $2,800 at $2,747 and some change. And you're on a golf course community with a golf course in your backyard, access to pool and tennis as part of your maintenance, HOA maintenance fees, and I think even maybe the clubhouse. I don't know if
Cable
golf is
TV.
extra.
Cable TV. If you're going to live there, it's cable TV is included. If you're renting it, that would be a benefit to your tenant.
Yep. And so we also did some research on the value of the property. It's actually listed on the lower side of the property values that we can get from automated valuation, and the rents will bring in about $2,500. And so you go, hey, well, you just told me it's $2,700 for this house. How does that make sense as a rental? Well, it's not. That's a primary residence with as little as 5% down. Moving to a rental, you're going to put down. Go ahead.
I was going to say you can go over those numbers, but let's think about the tax benefits of owning rather than renting, and then the appreciation as well that you're going to have, and then you could talk about the other expenses of
So
renting.
as a renter, if you're paying $2,500 for it for $200 more, you could be owning it a little over $290 to $280 more. You could own it, and then you have tax benefits, depreciation, write-offs, and that kind of stuff, potentially lowering your tax liabilities. And you have the appreciation, whether that's 1%, 3%, 5%, whatever that is. In years past, we were double digits, and that may come back again. But the average appreciation here in the Tampa Bay Area, time proven 3 to 5%. And so that's the benefit is, for the same amount of money, essentially you are the owner, paint your walls any color you want, put on the roof you want, that kind of stuff. And then does that cover
that? Yes. And my favorite saying is, you can't buy happiness, but you can buy dirt.
You can buy dirt.
You can buy dirt.
Funny. Yeah. That's so funny. And so that is the purchase it, buying it, live it as there we go. Buy it and live it as a primary residence. As an investment property, there are no restrictions, if I'm not mistaken, on having to own it for any period of time before you can rent it.
Correct.
And so with 20% down, and still you could ask for some seller assistance towards closing. But without that, you're bringing about $80,000 closing, and it will still rent for $2,500, and your payment will be just under $2,500 at $2,492. And you say, well, there's not much cash flow there. Obviously, you can change that a couple different ways. One is put down more money or buy the interest rate down, more to create more cash flow. But we're trying to show you with the least amount of money out of your pocket how you can have a asset going up in value that you control, and it pays for itself. And so that's basically the analysis is, as a rental property.
There's another property that you ran the numbers on as well. What's the return on investment on this one? Do you have that?
I did not do that on this one because it's basically break even.
Okay.
So ROI, the return on investment, generally is calculated with how much money do you have in versus how much profit you're getting through it. And so I before our meeting today, I had run this for another client, and in Newport Richey, it's a $295,000 house. And when you add in, mortgage, insurance, taxes, because there is no flood and there is no HOA, there's about a $530 a month positive cash flow. And so when you put down 20% on that amount of money and divide that by, multiply your cash flow by 12, divide by the amount you have in, it comes out at a 10.78 return on investment, double digit return on investment. And so there are still opportunities in Florida, and
there's quite a few actually. Yeah, I do. And just to go back to that house that we were talking about that you came on, it's 13229 Gulf Ridge. We did the little video of it last week.
Yep.
And that is in a community where they're building new construction nearby. They have a new development, which is only going to increase the value of this particular house as well. So you might see a little bit more than the standard appreciation with this one. So yeah.
And backing up to a golf course where you don't look in somebody's back window, and it's got a decent lot size, as far as side to side. It's just very quiet out there. And it's in the back of the back of the community, so it's not right up against the highway or right up against a major road. So it's a very, very nice property. If you like golf, great looking property.
I have another great property.
You do?
Can I jump in on that one now?
You can.
This one is in fabulous downtown St. Pete. It is going to be on open house on Saturday from 12 to 2. It's at 4801 Dartmouth Avenue. The little virtual tour.
Yeah, I'm lost.
Okay, we've got it coming up there.
Maybe not.
Oh, no. Yeah, you had it right. It's the second little picture up there.
But I think what I did is I grabbed the wrong one. So
okay.
I didn't grab the movie. I grabbed the
okay.
The static.
We're getting really high tech here, and so it just takes us a little while.
There we go. See?
Get in line. Okay. Perfect. This is such a gorgeous house in St. Pete. It's on Dartmouth Avenue. It is 3,000. It's about 3,000 square feet. It's got 5 bedrooms and 2 full baths and 2 half baths. And it's listed at only $880. And it's got a fantastic pool. Look at this. You've got that great pool right outside the sunroom. We've got also a great little fireplace. Are we on a loop of this continuous thing? Yeah,
well, I think so.
we are. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
So,
well,
I thought we were watching the video. I guess that's
okay. Take note.
So let's do. You want to do the slideshow?
Yeah, let's just do the slideshow because it's if we can.
That was the first one I brought up.
Yeah. Take note. Episode 17. Maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not our best. Maybe not our best one. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay. So here it is. So we're gonna look at it again. We've got this.
Pull that down there, and then
I could just say, hey, you just need to come out and see it on
pictures for you.
But it's got a beautiful little fireplace right there. You got the fireplace. You can look out past the fireplace to the pool area. It has got this. It's very quaint. It's very got great charm, but it's also very modernized. Look at that kitchen. Totally done kitchen. It's gorgeous. And with lots of storage space. One of the things this owner has done is they've taken an extra smaller bedroom off of the primary bedroom and made it into a closet. You could take a whole portion of that and make it into just a big primary suite. Upstairs, there's the 4 bedrooms and 1.5 baths that you could have an office, you could have visitors. So it's just, it's so very versatile, and it's got the beautiful outdoor area as well with this beautiful pool, tree-lined streets. And again, you can't get this kind of square footage in this community. I mean, it's just so hard to get this.
Located in St. Pete, whereabouts in St. Pete?
It's just off of 5th and 48th. Mm-hmm.
Nice. The
Kenwood, I think is that what they call it?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Marianne and I helped these clients buy this house about 4 years ago.
That's right. That's right. And
when they bought it, it was not in this condition. They've done a really nice job of updating and remodeling and pride of ownership, because it needed some work.
You know what? Thankfully, they saw the vision.
They did,
and
they
they really loved on it, and it looks great. Their adult children are in college. They're kind of moving out, kind of empty nesters, going to be traveling a lot more. And so that's the reason for the sale.
That's a great area. I mean, you have the pool, and the pool has deck around it, but you have this giant area that's under trees, for entertaining and just relaxing. That's gorgeous.
You've also got a side yard. You could pull a boat in, pull a jet ski. It's got a great garage that could be used like a workshop as well, and a private parking area. They have, there's 4 adults living there. There are 2 adult children, so you got a lot of cars. You could pull in. It's got enough room for all of them. So definitely a great property.
Cool. And your open house is when?
That is going to be on Saturday from 12 to 2. 12 to 2. Come by and see it. Lori from our team is going to be hosting it.
Nice. What else you got going on?
Well, I do have another thing going on. I'm going to have to come next week to your investor group.
Okay.
I've got a great property, the duplex downtown Tarpon, that is right off of the trail in the area that you could put Airbnb if you want short-term rental, long-term rental. Just a really cute little spot, and that's going to be coming to market soon. So it's good for some investors.
Nice.
Yep.
That one is unique in that there's long-term renters in it right now, right?
There's one long-term renter.
Yep.
1 year.
And so it takes a to see the vision, and see the upswing in income, because one person may be paying a little bit under market rents right now, and maybe make it up with the short-term renter next to them or whatever the case is. But it's a great area right there where you're talking about for that one, and I think that would be something they would be interested in for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
I do think so. I have a question for you about. Oh, did you have another?
I was just gonna say my weekend plans. I get to go to a wedding.
Oh,
yeah. So one of Zach, my youngest son's friends that he's known since kindergarten.
Wow.
Get married. So 22, 23 years old.
Wow. Then, isn't that great?
Yeah, just a cute, adorable couple. And he's been, at our house for years and gone on family vacations with us, and just a really nice young man. And she's a fabulous young lady. We've met her. He's come to church with her. She's come to church with him. Met her.
Where's the wedding?
Up in Hudson, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, nice. Okay.
An hour away.
Okay.
So
you should pop into my property.
Yeah. So that's Saturday, and so we're looking forward to that.
Oh, that's fun. That's always fun. It's always special when you get to celebrate your children's milestones in adulthood and their friends as well. Yeah, I love that. I love it.
Yep.
So I have a question for you. Have you heard of Kava?
Oh yeah.
What that? Okay, because
I haven't heard of it. I've eaten it.
Oh, what is it? Because they're opening one right where Boston Market used to be on 19 between Tampa Road and Nebraska.
You won't be able to get in there for probably the first 2 months.
No way. What is it? Tell me.
It's basically Mediterranean Chipotle.
Oh.
And so you don't just have choice of rices. They have all kinds of different greens. You can do greens and rice, or greens and lentils, and then they have 4 or 5 different meat, non-meat options. And then they have all kinds of really interesting sauces and such.
I'm intrigued. I can't wait to try it.
They have this one that I won't say chorizo. It's not chorizo. It's chorizo, I think it is, and I think it's from Africa, and it's hot. And I'll sit there and just sweat. But they don't. It's not all hot.
Right.
That's something you select, and so Lori does like the feta and the tzatziki's, more of the Mediterranean, and then Zach kind of keeps a foot in both the Mediterranean and I kind of go down the hot side.
Wow.
But it's very, very tasty, and it's fresh and healthy, clean, and yeah. So it's it'll challenge Chipotle, to step up there.
Which is right next to it. Actually, it's right next to it. Mm-hmm. That'll be fun. That'll be
parking
fun
lot in between of them, but yeah, and Chipotle Chipotle in this location needs to step up their game because they're kind of.
Oh my gosh! Don't even get me started.
They're kind of sloppy.
They are.
And not all Chipotle is that way. It's just this particular one, they're kind of like lackadaisical because they don't have any competition right now.
Okay, I know we try to be all positive in what's Upper Pinellas, but Einstein's bagels, man. I love Einstein's bagels, but their service is always a challenge. What's up with that?
Call in before you go. Call in and place your order over the phone, and then everything will be done when you get there.
My gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, there's your
key.
kvetch for the day. Okay, of the week. Sorry,
there's
guys.
Your key. And all you're asking for is a suggestion on how to better maximize
That's right.
your situation. Call in. The dance call.
What a great place to come to this What's Up Pinellas. All your questions are answered. Yay.
Oh, that's funny.
Yes. Well, I will be back next week.
Okay.
But, maybe I'll have a little bit of information about the California real estate market.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool. And the area you're going, affected by the fires, not affected by the fires?
No, it's in San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
They live in San Francisco. We're going to be looking in Marin County. They have not been affected this time, but they do have their fair share of fire hazards.
I did if I'm not mistaken, Marin is just south. Could be wrong.
Yeah.
No?
I don't know.
No?
I thought it was a little bit north, but it could be. It's just next to San Francisco. I'll have to look at my map. You'll make me look at a map.
You just can't go west of San Francisco, but the next two could be north, east, west, or south, just not west.
So it's right over the Golden Gate Bridge, right?
Marin?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
I guess I'm thinking of another little city that starts with an M just south of, but I was going to say
Modesto. Mendocino is north. One of my favorite places.
I'll have to. It's just when you said it, it popped in my head as a place where I did a investor meeting. I did a presentation a couple times up there, San Francisco area.
Okay.
And so north, and Oakland is east, across the bridge, and north up into the mountains. I did one there, and then this other place that starts with an M, south of San Francisco, and then down. We went down where the fires are, basically Malibu. Did presentations there. So, but that was out by the water, and some of those are affected as well. But yeah. So
I'll have lots of stories to tell.
Well, safe travels.
All right.
Enjoy your
guys. Have a great
real
weekend.
estate education out there in California.
Have fun at the wedding.
Oh yeah.
And congratulations and mazel tov to the young couple.
Yep.
We'll see you next week.
All right. We'll see you.